the freak athlete, the unicorn, the matchup nightmare. And yet, 3 years in, we're still asking, where's the dominance? But now, Falcons fans, the clock just got louder. Zack Robinson just put it plain. It's go time. And if Pitts doesn't show up in 2025, it could change everything about Atlanta's future. This ain't just another hot take. New Falcons offensive coordinator Zack Robinson broke his silence, and he didn't sugarcoat it. He said what we've all been thinking: Kyle Pitts has to take the next step. Not just play better, not just show flashes, but become the consistent, dominant weapon he was drafted to be. This man is 6 feet 6 inches, 250 pounds, built in a lab. You don't draft that kind of player top 5 to block on 3rd and long. You draft him to wreck coverages. You draft him to make safeties sweat. And right now, we're not seeing that, at least not every week. Now here's the real issue. Zack Robinson says it's not just physical, it's mental. The knee injury from 2022, still lingering in Kyle's head. He's second-guessing, playing safe, making what some call business decisions. And look, we get it. This league is brutal. But when you play careful, you play small. And Kyle Pitts wasn't born to play small. He's not losing to defenders. He's losing to hesitation. And that, Falcons fans, is what needs to stop right now. But here's the twist. Robinson says Pitts is in year 2 of the system now. The training wheels are off. It's time to stop thinking and start playing fast. React, attack, dominate. Because let's be real. No linebacker, no safety, no slot corner in this league can guard Kyle Pitts one-on-one. The only person who can stop Kyle Pitts is Kyle Pitts. So let's turn it to you, Falcons Nation. Is this the breakout year we've all been waiting for? Will Pitts finally unleash the beast and take over like we know he can? Or are we looking at one of the biggest what-ifs in recent draft history? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Rate your confidence in Kyle Pitts from 1 to 10. And let's keep this conversation rolling, because 2025 might be his last chance to prove he's not just potential. He's a problem. Let's go. On fire. Let's rewind the tape for a second. Remember rookie year Kyle Pitts? 68 catches, 1,026 yards, 15 yards per catch. That wasn't just promise, that was production. That was a young man announcing to the league, I'm here and I'm uncoverable. But ever since the knee injury, it's been a slow fade. 2022, 28 catches, barely over 350 yards, 2 touchdowns, missed almost half the season. 2023, 53 catches, 667 yards, 3 touchdowns, solid but nowhere near his ceiling. And last year, 47 catches, 602 yards. Sure, he had a career high in touchdowns with 4, but let's be honest, that's not the Kyle Pitts we were promised. Now, you could point fingers. Maybe Kirk Cousins didn't target him enough. Maybe the scheme was run heavy. Maybe Arthur Smith forgot how to use a tight end. But guess what? Excuses don't matter. Because Zack Robinson didn't mince words. He basically said it loud and clear. Get your head in the game. Start producing. Because every Sunday, Pitts is out there with a built-in cheat code. He's got 6 inches on most corners. He towers over linebackers. Even the biggest safeties are still giving up size and wingspan. If that's not a mismatch waiting to be exploited, I don't know what is. But let's be fair. It's not all on Pitts. Zack Robinson needs to help him too. Enough of the decoy routes. Enough of keeping him in to block. Put Kyle in motion. Line him up in the slot. Flex him out wide. Force the defense to make a decision and make them pay for it. And yeah, Bijan Robinson is the shiny new toy in this offense, but that doesn't mean Kyle Pitts should be an afterthought. This tight end room? It's thin. Charlie Warner is a blocker. Tegan Quitoriano? A serviceable piece. Felipe Franks? Come on. This is Kyle Pitts' job. No competition, no excuses, just grit, film study, and execution. So here's the real question. Can this offense unlock the real Kyle Pitts in 2025? Will we finally see the guy we saw in flashes his rookie year, but this time unleashed for 17 weeks straight? Drop your predictions below. How many yards? How many touchdowns? Do you believe in the breakout? Or are we heading for another letdown? Let's hear it, Falcons fans. The spotlight's on. The expectations are sky high, and Kyle Pitts? It's time to either fly or fade. What's up, Falcons Nation? And to every NFL fan watching, it's time to stop making excuses. Because in Atlanta, the spotlight isn't on the rookie quarterback. It's not on Bijan Robinson. It's not on Raheem Morris. It's on Kyle Pitts. And after 3 years of flashes, frustration, and fading production, the Falcons are done hoping, done waiting. Now they're demanding. Offensive coordinator Zack Robinson just sent the clearest message yet. Kyle Pitts has to step up. No more holding back. No more potential. He needs to dominate. Now let's be real here. Pitts has been one of the biggest mysteries in the NFL. Remember that rookie season? 68 catches, over 1,000 yards, 15 yards per grab. The kind of unicorn production we'd never seen from a tight end that young. He was the future, a matchup nightmare, a defensive coordinator's headache. But ever since, it's been a slow decline, a knee injury, coaching turnover, quarterback chaos. Last season, just 602 yards, only 47 catches. Yes, 4 touchdowns, his best to date. But still, nowhere near what we expected from a guy drafted 4th overall. And what's worse, you could feel the hesitation in his game. That knee, it might be healed, but it still seems to be living rent-free in his head. So when Zack Robinson stepped to the mic and said, "We need more detail, more consistency," Kyle has to play faster. He wasn't just coaching. He was calling him out. The Falcons didn't draft Kyle Pitts to be a decent tight end. They drafted him to be the problem, to force teams to double him, to tilt coverages, to punish linebackers, safeties, even corners trying to hang with 6'6", 250 pounds of athletic freak. The frustrating part? Nobody can stop Kyle Pitts except Kyle Pitts. He's beating himself. And now, the coaching staff is done sugarcoating it. Let's talk facts. Injured 2022, 28 catches, 356 yards, missed time. Understandable. But last year, with a mostly clean bill of health, still underwhelming. And sure, you could argue he wasn't always a focal point. Kirk Cousins didn't throw to him enough. The scheme was shifting toward Bijan. Fine, but that's not how stars behave. Stars find a way. And if you're the kind of mismatch monster people said you were coming out of Florida, you don't need perfect conditions to produce. You rise above it. You impose your will. That's what the Falcons need from Pitts. That's what Robinson is begging for. And look at the rest of the tight end room. It's wide open. Charlie Warner, a blocking specialist. Tegan Quitoriano, a role player. Felipe Franks, a converted quarterback who's hanging on. There's no one standing in Pitt's way. This is his job, his opportunity, his legacy on the line. He's got no excuses. What he does have is size, speed, and a playbook that's finally starting to work in his favor. And here's the best part. For the first time in forever, he's got a quarterback who wants to work with him. Michael Penix Jr. is already on record. He likes Pitts, wants to build chemistry. And guess what? That matters. Because when your QB believes in you, the ball comes quicker. The trust grows faster. The results show up on Sundays. This offseason, these two have a chance to become something real, something dangerous. You can't double Pitts and Bijan in London. If Penix and Pitts can click, this offense becomes elite. But again, it all comes back to one thing. Kyle Pitts has to want it. Nobody's going to hand him targets. Nobody's going to spoon-feed him stardom. He has to attack routes like a dog, break tackles like a beast, own the middle of the field like it's his birthright. He has to show up every single snap like he's the best player on that field, because when he plays like it, he is. This isn't a redemption arc. It's a resurrection story. And it starts right now. So let's hear it, Falcons fans. Do you believe in Kyle Pitts in 2025? Is this the year he returns to rookie form and reclaims his crown? Or is the hype train finally running out of steam? Drop your take in the comments. Give me a 1 to 10. How confident are you in Kyle Pitts next season? Let's debate it out. Let's keep it real. Because one thing's for sure. If Kyle Pitts finally wakes up, the rest of the league better look out.